Hello, Peachies. Welcome back to Dear Peachy. You've just finished expertly applying a full face of makeup, only to notice your foundation separating, creasing, or caking up before you've even had the chance to step out the door. There's nothing more frustrating than putting in the time and effort to perfect your look, only to end up with a messy face because your foundation didn't hold up. It might make you feel like you're better off not wearing makeup at all. But trust me, you're not alone. Foundation issues are pretty common. In our previous video, we talked about the makeup pyramid, emphasizing how crucial your base makeup is to your overall look. We even put together a step-by-step tutorial to help you achieve a smooth, flawless foundation. However, we noticed some of you still have questions about foundation problems in the comment section. Do you know what separation looks like in your base makeup? Can you spot the difference between creasing and patching? Maybe you're wondering if you used the wrong product, or if your foundation has gone bad? These problems can seriously affect our makeup look, and they often have us wondering where we went wrong. Dealing with foundation problems isn't always an easy fix, but we're here to help. Instead of blindly following trends and buying tons of products, it's important to identify the exact problem, understand the cause, and use the right solution to achieve a clean, smooth foundation look. We've gathered everything you need to know about common foundation issues, what causes them, and some easy-to-adopt solutions to fix them. From adjusting your skincare or makeup routine to knowing what ingredients to look for and avoid in your products, we've got you covered. This video will be divided into 4 main sections, each focusing on a different foundation problem with a detailed explanation of the condition, possible causes, and solutions. Without further ado, let us start. A flaky, dry, patchy foundation base can be quite noticeable and unflattering. The skin may appear rough, with the foundation sitting unevenly on the surface. Flakes of skin might become more pronounced as the makeup clings to them, creating an uneven texture. The makeup might appear cracked or cakey, highlighting fine lines and dry spots. Well, this problem can arise under 3 conditions. First, if your skin already looks dry and flaky before applying makeup, your foundation will almost certainly end up cracked and flaky as well. Even with the right makeup tools, an unhealthy base won't support makeup formulas in the right way. To prevent this, you can start by using a hydrating face mist to moisturize your skin before applying makeup. Alternatively, apply a thick layer of moisturizing cream or lotion to the areas with dry patches and let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes to soften the flaky dead skin. Then gently exfoliate by wiping away the cream and dead skin in a circular motion with a cotton pad. When applying your foundation, avoid using circular motions or rubbing it in multiple directions, as this can lift the dead skin cells again. Instead, apply it in one direction to ensure an even, smooth finish. Second, if your skin seems normal with no visible flakiness or dryness before applying foundation, but you still experience cracked and flaky makeup, this could be a sign of a damaged skin barrier. Foundation powder can settle into the tiny, invisible cracks of damaged skin. This damage may be widespread across your face or limited to specific areas. The only solution is to treat and heal your skin barrier before applying makeup. And if you experience any tingling or burning sensations while applying makeup, it's important to stop immediately and consult a dermatologist. Third, if your makeup often leaves you with white spots in your pores, this happens because foundation gets trapped in areas with larger pores, like the nose, T-zone, and chin. These white spots can resemble tiny white sesame seeds, especially in regions with more noticeable pores. When too much foundation settles into your pores, it makes them appear even more prominent. As your skin secretes sebum, the powder particles get pushed to the surface, forming those white sesame spots. To prevent this, it's crucial to create a barrier between your skin and foundation. A good primer can fill your pores so the foundation doesn't. It helps reduce the appearance of pores. Apply your primer with clean fingers, working it into your pores until they're completely filled. An oil-free, mattifying primer can keep your pores looking smaller throughout the day. Next, use a foundation brush to lightly buff a minimal amount of foundation around areas with larger pores. Then pat away any excess with a damp cushion puff. Now let's move on to the second issue, foundation separation. Base makeup separation occurs when the foundation starts to break down and no longer adheres smoothly to the skin. It often looks like the makeup is sitting on top of the skin rather than blending in, with visible streaks or patches where the foundation has started to clump or slide around. The coverage becomes uneven, with some areas appearing more sheer or blotchy, and the underlying skin might start to peek through in an unflattering way. This can be particularly noticeable around areas that produce more oil, like the T-zone, where the foundation might pool or become patchy. You can test for foundation separation by lightly pressing a finger onto your foundation and checking for any marks. If you see a light fingerprint, that's normal. However, if the foundation almost disappears or transfers significantly onto your finger, that's a clear sign of foundation separation. Several factors can cause foundation separation. First, applying too much skincare or using products that are too rich, oily, or heavy for your skin type can prevent your foundation from adhering properly. While prepping your skin is important, overdoing it can have the opposite effect. When skincare products aren't fully absorbed, the foundation ends up sitting on top of the oily layer, forming a greasy film on your skin. This prevents the foundation powder particles from gripping the skin, leading to separation and creasing. To avoid this, stick to a simple and minimal skincare routine that suits your skin type. Opt for lighter lotions or creams. Apply a thin layer and wait until it's fully absorbed before applying foundation. You can also use a cotton pad to gently wipe off any excess skincare, which provides a gentle exfoliation to even out the skin texture. Moving on to the second factor of foundation separation. This issue can be caused by oily skin. If your foundation starts to float shortly after application, it may be due to excess oil production. To combat this, use oil control skincare products or an oil control primer to manage excess oil. This can help prevent a buildup of oil on your face, which may cause your foundation to split and shift. Sweat and oil can also break down makeup. A helpful tip is to keep your environment cool with a fan or air conditioning while applying makeup, especially during the summer. Keeping the temperature cool can help prevent sweat and oil production, ensuring your makeup doesn't melt before you even step out of the house. The next issue we're going to discuss is foundation lines and creasing. Creasing occurs when foundation settles into fine lines or wrinkles on the skin, creating visible lines or folds in the makeup. This typically happens around areas with natural lines, such as around the eyes, on the forehead, or around the mouth. As the foundation accumulates in these creases, it can look like the makeup is caking or gathering in those areas. This condition often follows foundation separation, which is typically caused by oily skin or heavy skincare products. That's why it's essential to consider your skincare routine and skin type. If the creasing isn't related to your skincare or skin type, it might be due to applying too much foundation in areas prone to creases. Caking normally happens when a product has been applied too heavily all at once or in too many layers. The excess makeup gathers on the skin folds and becomes a foundation that wrinkles and creases. To keep your foundation smooth and even, look for a formula that provides your desired coverage with as little product as possible. For full coverage, choose a highly concentrated formula so you can use less of it. Another effective tip to minimize foundation creasing is to set your base with a makeup setting spray. Spraying a few coats of setting spray between steps in your base routine helps blend the layers together into a cohesive layer that's less likely to crease. Lastly, it's important to remember that having creasing on your foundation is very normal. As we talk, laugh, and smile throughout the day, our foundation can naturally crinkle and settle into expression lines. We're all real humans with skin that moves and has texture, so don't stress too much about it. The fourth and final issue we'll discuss is foundation that becomes patchy, blotchy, or starts pilling. Patchy base makeup has uneven patches of color or texture, often resulting in a splotchy appearance. Patchy or blotchy foundation can lead to pilling, which occurs when foundation or other makeup products gather and form small lumps or balls on the skin. Pilling often appears as small, clumpy pieces of foundation that roll off the skin, creating an uneven and textured appearance. This issue can occur either before or after applying loose powder, with different causes for each. There are 3 possible reasons why your foundation becomes patchy or blotchy before applying loose powder. First, some skincare products you use before makeup may contain high amounts of thickening agents like carbomers or xanthan gum, or silicones, which can cause patchiness and pilling. The solution is to simplify your skincare routine by using less of these products or opting for lighter formulas. Second, if the cushion puff you use for foundation application isn't clean, it may have residue of makeup or skincare products from previous application that can ruin your foundation. If you wear makeup regularly, it's a good idea to have 2 to 3 cushion puffs on hand to rotate. Wash each puff after 1 to 3 uses so you always have a clean one ready to go. Third, your application technique might be contributing to the problem. You might have heard some makeup influencers claim that vigorously patting your foundation with a cushion puff will give you a smoother finish, but this isn't always true. Quick setting foundations often contain film-forming elements that set quickly. Excessive patting can break up this film, leading to patchiness. Instead of dragging or pulling the cushion puff across your skin, lightly pat it perpendicularly. Don't pat for too long, just until the foundation is evenly distributed. Fourth, you might not be allowing enough time for your products to settle between layers. Be sure to wait at least 3 to 5 minutes between applying skincare, primer, and foundation for better results. On the other hand, it's also possible for your foundation to become patchy or blotchy after applying loose powder, and there are 3 potential reasons for this. First, if you don't allow your foundation to fully set before applying loose powder, you may encounter issues like clumping and blotchiness. When wet foundation comes into contact with dry loose powder, it's similar to kneading bread dough. The powder mixes with the still damp foundation, forming clumps and creating an uneven, cakey appearance on your skin. This can result in patchy areas where the foundation looks heavy or doesn't blend smoothly. To avoid this, make sure your foundation is completely dry before applying loose powder. Second, the problem might be due to the setting spray. If the nozzle isn't fine enough or you're spraying too close to your face, it can splash and break up your foundation. To prevent this, hold the setting spray bottle 6 to 8 inches away from your face when applying. Third, the issue could be related to the particle size of your foundation or loose powder not being fine enough. If this is the case, you may need to switch to a different foundation or loose powder product with a finer texture. We hope this video covers all the possible issues you might face with your base makeup. But remember, we're all human. Our skin has pores and texture. We aren't porcelain dolls. It's important to be less critical of yourself. The flawless pictures you see online are often heavily edited and not reflective of real life. Also, keep in mind that nobody is going to scrutinize your skin up close, because that's just crazy. There's always a natural social distance between us and others. So as long as your base is clean and even, that's more than enough. We hope you enjoy this content. So what's your favorite takeaway from this video? Comment down below to let us know. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye.